Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Vegeta's strategy, which is the second stage of the new team cooperation event, which is pretty interesting. The concept is quite simple actually. Basically, players will face bosses. These bosses will have themselves essentially be, to cut a long story short, stuck in a tag situation. So you'll take on, for example, like we had Piccolo and Goku, and that was for the, that was for the like special beam cannon moment, right? Now we're taking on Vegeta and Goku instead of Piccolo and Goku, and this one represents the Spirit Bomb during the Majin Buu Saga, where Vegeta had to hold off Kid Buu, and then obviously Goku charged the Spirit Bomb. So it's very similar in a way to the Piccolo Goku fight. However, there's a couple of key differences. So I think the first one here is that it's a little bit tougher. Vegeta, for example, hits 550k normals, 850k defense, 1.4 million super compared to Goku of the previous round, which was about 1.2. And then the Goku hits harder than the Piccolo. Piccolo was 2.8 mil super, Goku hits a 4.2. Piccolo's thing was that he was evadable, so he would attack you first, but he could be evaded. Goku is the opposite. Goku is at the end of the turn, guaranteed, but he cannot be evaded. The only way to stop Goku is to seal him or to stun him. Preferably you want to stun him because he still does 1.2 million normal, which can be a lot to take unless you have a pretty good third slot unit. I'm using a majority free-to-play team to complete the missions that we have, and that's okay. You don't have to use my team. You can easily replace any of these units with any kind of Majin Buu Saga unit that you feel is appropriate. Remember, the Majin Buu Saga mission is to use 6 of them, so you can replace any of them. My suggestions would be to replace pretty much the physical Trunks first, then the Int Babidi, and then probably the Tech Goku. Although Tech Goku is great at stunning, can still be caught out. The other two do bring stunning, but also are just too much of a defensive liability. So replacing them with anyone will work pretty nicely. The strategy is pretty simple though. You can attack lower Vegeta, but I wouldn't worry about it too much because those attack lowering stacks do dissipate by the time Goku pops around, so you just be refreshing. It's not like achieving anything on Vegeta. You can evade Vegeta, which is helpful, yes. You can also just tank him. 1.4 million is not the end of the world, but obviously evading him or tanking him requires you to have certain units. For that purpose, I brought Go Tanks as a friend and made sure that he was a tank. And then also obviously I brought Mr. Buu, who also tanks pretty nicely, plus does a little bit of attack lowering, which helps afterwards. Big thing with Vegeta is he can attack in any slot. So he's not guaranteed to attack anywhere, but obviously you do want a good first slot tank. Gotenks does a lot of great work there. Now, if you do face Goku, generally you want to stun him. If you can't stun him, seal him. Just be careful with sealing him. Like I said, he does a 1.2 million normal, so making sure that you have a character that's tanky enough post super in the third turn, or third slot I should say, to tank that Goku is important. Aside from that, it's pretty straightforward. Vegeta is quite tanky. He's got 80% damage reduction, 850k defense. Goku is a lot less tanky with only 40% damage reduction, which makes him quite substantially easier. I think overall, looking at the team, looking at everything, looking at how it all works, my honest suggestion is just to basically bring significant stunning for Goku. That's why I ran a rotation of Buu and Babidi, and also Babidi and Deborah, because both of them have stunning. It is very helpful. And then obviously on the other rotation, just bring guys that can kind of tank. Go Tanks, Mr. Buu. Like, this will be fine because you're not looking to do huge damage here or to do certain big strategies here. You're mainly just looking at maximizing your defensive security, so you can get to the turn where you can stun Goku again and do some real damage. It's just, generally how I found it to work for me overall. I just thought that kind of strategy worked the best. And yeah, it took a couple tries, because obviously the first turn against Vegeta can be a bit daunting, and then if you miss the stun on Goku, that's it. But once you kind of get your Gotenks set up and your Mr. Buu set up, and then once you manage to stun Goku, then you're pretty much good to go. So I don't think it was too difficult. I do understand it can be challenging for a lot of players. That's why I used free-to-play units. But you can upgrade on a lot of these units pretty easily. AGL SS3 Goku's great. There's tons of amazing Majin Buu Saga units, so definitely you can make this way easier for you without needing to feel like you are giving yourself a handicap per se. So yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.